what areas of improvement do you want to see from Mercy and Chase?
I think starting with Chase, I think he if he can be a little bit more consistent of a 3-point shooter, he was a bit streaky. I mean, just look at the first. I don't even know if you can call it the first half. A significant
First
uh,
20
first
games.
part, first part of the season, where he really struggled. He was getting the same shots, and he just couldn't knock it down, and that made him a liability. So I think for him, that's going to be key because we know what he's going to bring when it comes to his defensive effort, his rebounding effort, and like we said earlier, I think he's going to bring to the table that kind of vocal leadership on the court and off the court. But in order for him to be that three starter that kind of Kelvin Sampson alluded to earlier in his media availability, he's going to have to be a consistent 3-point shooter for an entire season. Which, granted, this was barely the first year where he played significant minutes, but he was streaky in the early portions of the season, and we can see what we saw from him down the stretch and avoid injury. I know a lot both. I mean, I would consider both of those injuries that he had more freak accidents than anything. As for Mercy, I'm excited to see him. I mean, he's kind of get a chance to kind of take the reins of the offense for Houston, but obviously for him, it's going to start defensively, specifically his off-ball defense. At times, he might get. There were some lapses over the course of the end of the season. We even saw it live at the Big 12 tournament when they played Arizona, Chris, where he had a couple of lapses and it would lead to the defense getting exploited. And that's something that he's going to have to work on and really unlock to be that complete player. But I'm really excited to see what he does, given the keys to the office, because I think he's right now, April 15th, that we're talking, he's kind of penciled in as option number one. What say y'all? I know they're really excited to have a full off season of JoJo Tugler this year. I know Kelvin Sampson mentioned that, but I think Mercy Miller is option one on offense.
I think so. And start with Mercy. I think I want to see his full array of offense, and I think I'm looking for him to develop and be that versatile scorer like Kamar successor,
Mhm.
and showing that he can do it inside and out, driving, mid range, however you want it, all three levels, and be consistent with doing that. I think later on in the season, when he started to know for sure that he was going to get those minutes, he started to flash and flash and flash. Now it's about with expectation. Can you do it night in and night out? So it's about the consistency that I want to see from him and being able to do that. And now when you're on the scouting report, you probably number one or two, three on the other team scouting report. They're going to try to take away your weaknesses. So, like he said, this summer is one of the most important summers for him as a basketball player. I think he got to come in and set the tone early, especially in practice. I want to hear Coach Sampson and staff talking about, man, Mercy came out and he was ready. He was killing. So that'll let me know that he's coming into the season. He's gonna be ready for Chase. I agree with everything Andy said. But to take it a step further, I think he got to be ready to attack those closeouts because how he finished the season on the scouting report is going to be to run him off the 3-point line. Now,
Right.
what can he do offside of whether it's one dribble pull up or it's a couple dribbles to get to the basket, use his floater, or whatever the case may be, because he'd be at his natural position on the wing at a three versus as that stretch four. So now would it be working on attacking those closeouts, getting to that mid range, or getting to the floater, or getting to the free throw line. Because I think he will be shooting the ball, but be consistent, like Andy said. But when your jumper's not falling and they still running you off the line, how effective are you? How are you impacting the game?